goal is to create images that cannot be told apart from reality. And so we basically work with very complex models that we want to represent on the screen. And so this means we need to simulate physical effects in real time and many, many images per second. For example, movie productions that very often have monsters or other creatures that you want to create on a screen that are not for real, but you want them to look real. And so, for example, one goal is to produce models that allow us to create this kind of content that looks convincing and can then be integrated into real footage and is completely convincing. Other applications that we aim for are simulations of illumination. For example, if you're an architect, you don't want to build your building to see that then there is not enough light in all the rooms. So instead, what we do is we can simulate these kind of processes beforehand and before you invest millions of euros into something that in the end just looks dull and dark. So other applications, of course, include video games or also simulations in general, where we need to create more and more realistic imagery. And of course, this is a very big challenge, seeing that nowadays we have more and more complex scenes. Also, don't forget about projects like Google has, where you start to scan the world and you so have this massive amount of data. I think in 5 years, if we're able to scan a city, for example, to some extent that is convincing enough to pretend that we're actually there, this would be definitely a step forward. And this will allow also, in many other contexts, to look at data sets that are much bigger than what you can usually deal with. So in medical data, for example, it's very common to have huge data sets that cannot be visualized in one entirety. And so with this kind of techniques, you can go ahead and extract the information that you need to produce the final image that is actually then analyzed by the medicine, for example.